Our childhood can play a big part in how we operate in the present and the person we are, the habits we have, and how we interact with others. Just truly how we show up in the world. And I feel like it's important for us, it's vital for us to kind of uncover that and see how some of the problems that we have nowadays, some of the difficulties and struggles that we deal with, how our childhood kind of plays a part. Whether we have toxic traits or some of us may have red flags that linger on, that carry on, and maybe even can have to do with what happened when we were younger, how we were treated, what we experienced, how we felt. And so I feel like if you have some things that you don't understand about yourself and trying to grow as a human, grow as a person, it's important to kind of look at our past to fix any problems that we may be dealing with in the present. I feel like the past can really show us a lot and help us learn a lot about ourselves that we aren't aware of. It can shed light onto the subconscious things that we don't really give our attention to. And I feel like by giving that our attention, we're able to uncover a lot more about ourselves and help us grow as a whole into something more, into something better. Not understanding our past can keep us from that, can keep us from becoming better people. I feel like some of us who are even present enough of the past and who are conscious of how their upbringing reflects who the person they are today. Some of us may not want to deep dive into that and won't want to shed light onto that thought because maybe it can be emotionally too much to handle. But I feel like by not ever shedding light, by not ever giving the past and understanding your upbringing, understanding where you come from, it's going to be hard to move forward. It's going to be hard to really see within you that needs changing because you're never giving yourself the chance to uncover that. Give yourself the freedom, give yourself permission to really see what went wrong, to really see how you became the person you are. And you have to give yourself the chance to. We only have one life to grow into someone better, to grow into a better version of ourselves. And you don't want to waste it. I feel like keeping things tucked in, keeping emotions, keeping experiences that caused you to feel some type of way or that had a negative impact on you tucked in, that's bringing more harm than good. Whatever isn't solved stays and repeats. Whatever emotions you don't allow yourself to deal with, give yourself permission to deal with, they will linger on and it will reflect in other parts of your life. As you grow older, you gotta allow your wounds to heal, not stay, not linger. In order for them to fade away, you have to give them room to heal. You have to give them room to breathe. It's like, I know for me, I for sure have some things from my past, have some things from my childhood that linger on. And that has to do with some things with my dad that are for sure not resolved. Yeah, I'm working into resolving it. I'm working on it. But it's like, I know for me, like if you know me, I am a unconfrontational person. And I've always been that way, really just because how my relationship was with my dad. My dad would be loud. My dad would, he's an African parent. African parents, he would be loud. But I mean, when I was little, when I was younger, I wouldn't really want to fully express myself because I feel like I wouldn't have been heard. I wouldn't have been able to clearly and firmly express whatever I felt at that time. I wasn't clearly able to do that because my dad would be loud. My dad, and there's nothing against him at all. But I mean, that's just how it was. And it was hard for me to express myself. And it's like with time, the feeling of being anxious when having serious conversations with people became a reality for me. It would be hard to confront people because it was hard for me to do that with my dad. It was hard for me to do that when I was a kid, when I was a child. And so that's something I am currently working on and currently getting better at. And that's just learning to stand my ground and be firm, to not allow anxiety get the best of me. Because if you know me, I know I'm not the best with arguments. I don't like doing all that. It just doesn't make me feel good. And I know it doesn't make me feel good because it didn't make me feel good there. It didn't make me feel good then. And I was too young to even think of strategies and think of ways to maneuver through it, to deal with confrontation. Nobody taught me how to do that back then. So now I'm learning that for myself in the present, so I can be better with that. And I feel like I have to be in fight or flight mode, so where I can just stand firmly in my power, like the king I am. But it's like one thing I know, I wouldn't have been able to realize this issue if I didn't give it my attention, if I didn't allow myself to really research, to really understand who I am, understand what needs work. And that's the first thing, understanding your problems, understanding that we need to find a solution so we can become a better version of ourselves. I mean, that's what I wanted from me. I wanted myself to become better in this area. I just didn't know how. I never knew why. I just never knew why I wasn't good in this area. And I didn't understand why until I gave it my attention. And then I was like, oh, okay. And that's something we have to do. That's something that is important for us to do. Vitally important for us to do. So we can just grow. So we can elevate. And we're not going to elevate by keeping things tucked under the rug. We're not going to do that. We don't got time to do that. We don't. That's not freeing. That's not liberating. It's really the opposite. It's unhealthy. And so I feel like, yes, please give it your attention. Please give the things that you went through your attention. Please give the past your attention. If you're trying to resolve issues that you're going through nowadays, research through everything. Understand everything about your past and how it helped you and how it possibly played a part in who you are presently. Once you do that, you'll be able to shift the quality of your world, the quality of your life, and how you view yourself. Your perspective will shift. You'll be able to really see yourself in a different light, inevitably beginning your healing journey, which is what you want. I feel like we all have stuff we need to heal from, no matter how good a childhood you had. And I had a good childhood. I can say that for sure. I had a great childhood. That's a blessing. That's a luxury that I've been able to experience. And I'm beyond grateful for that. But I am aware that there's some things I need to work on. Some of the things I need to work on can have to do with what I didn't give my attention to. Some of the things I need to work on can have to do with past experiences that I dealt with and now linger on and play a part into who I am without me even knowing. So if you are trying to grow, if you are trying to grow from who you are now, it's important for you to give attention to what was so you can move forward for yourself. I know it may seem hard at first to really take the steps to do that, but it's going to be harder the longer you wait. And it's going to be even harder to break. It's going to be even harder to heal for yourself. That's why it's important to start now. It's important to start now. There's no time like the present. It may be hard, but by staying stuck, you're actually making yourself a lot more uncomfortable. It's going to be a lot more uncomfortable, a lot more miserable in the long run. It's like for me, once I started giving my past my attention and understanding really my upbringing more and how I became the person I am today, if there were some things in my childhood that held a lot of weight, that held a lot of just negative weight in my life, by discovering that and by releasing it, by working on it, I feel like I was able to become more free, become more liberated in my life. It feels like a weight's being lifted off my shoulders when I'm choosing peace, when I'm choosing to see it and take it on and work on it so I can heal. And that's what we have to do. I'm telling you, it's going to feel a lot more liberating once you do. You're going to feel more at peace once you give it your attention to. You're going to see your life and romanticize your life in a more positive and happy way. You're going to finally be filled with more abundance than you were before. But yeah, give the past your attention. By not, it's really going to reflect your future. And if it's toxic, it's going to reflect in other parts of your life that you don't want it to reflect in. So choose peace, choose self-improvement. And I mean, do it for you, do it for your elevation, do it for your own self-improvement. Because the person you want to become, that you desire to become, is going to take you really resolving issues, releasing energy that doesn't serve you, resolving issues that don't serve you. You have to give that your attention. But yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all a lot. I'm so grateful that God allowed me to be here, to be a guide onto y'all in any way that I can. I want to continue to do that at the highest level. As long as I am on this earth, I want to continue to serve y'all in any way that I can. And again, my DMs are always open. Comments are always open. Everything's always open. If you need to talk, if you are going through an issue, I got y'all. This is what I'm here for, legit. This is what I'm here for, legit. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Y'all continue to be you. And yeah, this is a video for today. All right. Love y'all. All right. Peace.